and welcome to my channel. I am going to do a series on how to crochet in 4 weeks. Yes, 4 weeks. I want you guys to learn how to crochet before the crazy holiday season so that you can make everyone in your life super cute gifts with the thought of saving money, but in actuality, you won't save any money, but you will actually spend more money and become addicted to buying yarn and patterns. That's just the reality of it, but hey, it's a fun and very stress-relieving craft. So within these 4 weeks, I am going to teach you how to make a slip knot, chain, single crochet, half double crochet, and treble. I will also teach you how to make a magic loop, an alternative to a magic loop, and how to work in the round. I am going to post every Tuesday and Thursday. So let's get started. So first, you're going to need size 4 yarn. I think that's the easiest to start off to work with, and try to use like a light colored, nothing dark, because it would be hard to kind of see your stitches as a beginner. You're going to need a crochet hook, and then you're going to need scissors so that you can cut your work when you're done. This is what a single crochet swatch looks like, and this is what we're going to be working on today. Okay, so to determine what size hook you need, you're going to get your yarn at the store, you're going to turn it over, and then you're going to see this right here where it says medium 4, that's the size and weight of your yarn, and then right next to it you're going to see a little hook, and above that hook you are going to see the size hook that you need. For this particular yarn, I'm going to need a 5.5 millimeter hook, and that's what I have today. Okay, so let's go to how do I hold my hook. Well, when you hold your hook, you want to do it very lightly. You don't want to hold it like you're stabbing it. You want to hold it just light in your hand, grab it with your thumb, and just kind of like it could fall out of your hand, but you're just kind of like pinching it ever so slightly with your thumb and your pointer finger. Now to hold your yarn, you're going to want to, actually let's make a slip knot first. So to make let me show you how to make a slip knot, and then I will show you how I hold my yarn. So to make a slip knot, you are going to want to get your tail end, which is this, and you're going to want to place it on your 4 fingers like this. You're then going to want to take your thumb and your middle finger and hold the yarn in place. Then you're going to want to wrap your yarn around your pointer finger, just like that. And then you're going to want to wrap it around again, but making sure this time you're wrapping around the strand that's on your pointer finger. And then you just hold it in place with your thumb and your middle finger. Now take this top strand right here and put it behind the second strand. And then grab the second strand like that and pull it up. And that's a slip knot. Place your hook inside, and then tighten it ever so slightly. You do not want to tighten it too tight. Now, to hold your hook, you're going to want to hold it very lightly, kind of like pinching it just a little bit with your thumb and your pointer finger. You don't want to hold it really tight like this, because then your tension is going to be crazy tight and you're not going to be able to work into your stitches. Now, to hold your yarn, I like to do it like this. I like to take my pinky finger, put it underneath my working yarn, and your working yarn is the yarn that is coming from your skein or your ball. Now take your pinky finger, put it under your working yarn, and then take it and wrap it around just like that, and then pull your yarn behind your ring finger and your middle finger, and then place the yarn on top of your pointer finger. I like it doing this way because I can really, the yarn just flows right through my hand, and then it keeps my tension. Now, to make a slip knot, to make a chain stitch, you are going to want to take your hook and you are going to want to place it right underneath your working yarn, just like that. And this is called a yarn over. Then you're going to want to pull your hook in your yarn through that loop, like that, and pull it up. That is your first chain. Now let's do that again. You're going to want to take your hook, place it underneath your working yarn like that. Once again, that's called a yarn over. And then you're going to want to pull it through that loop. Now, that's 2 chains we just made. Now we are going to make 15 chains. So let's do that again. You're going to want to yarn over and pull through the loop. Yarn over and pull through that loop. So let's make 15. Right now I have 1, 2, 3, 4. And to count your chains, you see this V right here? That is a chain. Each V is 1 chain. So right here you see you have 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we need to make 15. So let's do 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Now, here are your 15 chains, and this is what it would look like. Now, to begin doing your single crochets, you see this first little V right here closest to your hook? You never work in that one. That is called your turning chain. So what I like to do, I don't like working into the top of these V's. I mean, you can, but I feel like your work looks neater when you actually work into the humps. To work into the humps, you're going to want to take your chain, turn it over like this, and then you see these little humps right here on the back. That is what you're going to work in, and it makes your starting chain look just a lot neater. So to do that, when you turn it over, and when you turn it over, you can't even work in that first chain anyways, because the hump is just disappears. So to make your single crochet, you're going to want to place your hook inside of the second hump from your hook, just like that. And then you're going to want to yarn over by placing your hook underneath your working yarn, like that. And then you're going to want to pull through and pull up a loop. Now you have 2 loops on your hook. Just like that. Then you're going to want to yarn over again and then pull through both of those loops. And that's your first single crochet. So let's do it again. Put your hook into the next hump, like that, and you can use your index finger to kind of help your hook get into that hump. You're going to want to yarn over, pull through that loop. You have 2 loops on your hook. Then you're going to want to yarn over again and then pull through both of those loops. Let's do another one. Put your hook inside of the hump. You're going to want to yarn over, pull through that loop, 2 loops on your hook, and then yarn over again, and then pull through both loops. Now you have 3 single crochets. Now, single crochet until you get to the last hump right here. Alright, so I have 2 more humps to go. This is what I have so far. This is what my single crochets look like. So let's finish off. Just like that. And don't forget the last stitch or hump. Alright, so this is what your first row of single crochets look like. Now let's move on to the second row. Now to turn your work, you're going to take your work and turn it towards you like this. Just like that, and that is called turning your work so that you can start working on your next row. Now, you are going to have to make one chain stitch, and just like in the beginning when you made your chains, you're just going to yarn over and then pull up a loop. Now you never work in that chain stitch. This chain stitch right here is just there so that you can get height so that you can start working on your second row. Now to work on your second row, you see these V's right here? These V's are what we created in the first row with the single crochets. Now you're going to work underneath those V's. I like to tell people to stretch their work out, and then you see these little holes. It's kind of hard to see in the camera. These holes right here, that is what you're going to work into between each of these stitches. So the first stitch is right here, and that's where we're going to place our hook into, just like that. Sorry, my daughter is sick. Our whole house is sick right now. And you're going to place your hook right inside, and then you're going to yarn over. You're going to pull up a loop, just like that, and then you're going to yarn over again, and then you're going to pull through both loops. Just like that. That is your first single crochet of the second round. Now let's do another one. Pull your work apart, and you see that little hole right there. You're going to put your hook right inside of there. Then you're going to yarn over, pull up a loop. You have 2 loops on your hook. Then you're going to yarn over again and pull through both loops. Let's do one more. Stretch your work out a little bit. Place your hook in there, and you won't have to stretch your work out every time. It's just for starting off, it's just easier to see where you need to place your hook. So, put your hook inside of that hole, yarn over, pull up a loop, have 2 loops on your hook, yarn over again, and pull through both loops. Now, you're going to single crochet in every stitch until you get to the end. Okay, so I have 2 more stitches that I have to single crochet in to finish off this round. Now you don't want to forget your last stitch. It kind of hides away right here. It kind of like swoops down a little bit. Just take your work and just kind of stretch it out like that, and then you will be able to see it. It's very important not to forget your last stitch, because you will end up doing a whole project and it will be lopsided and you're like, what happened? 9 out of 10, you forgot to crochet into that last stitch. So here's the last stitch. It kind of like swoops over. Just take it and put your hook right in, and you're done with row 2. And this is what row 2 looks like. Now to do row 3, turn your work again, just like that. Make a chain, and then you continue to do your single crochets. Here's your first one right there in that hole. Yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over again, and pull through both loops. Here we go. That V, you see these V's, you're working right underneath them. You can pull your work, you see the hole, place it in there, yarn over, pull up a loop, you have 2 loops, yarn over, and pull through both loops. Now, you're going to continue doing this for 10 rounds. And then I will post a video on Thursday to teach you how to half double crochet. And this is what it's going to look like after 10 rounds. Now, to be able to count your rounds, you see these little notches right here? So this is 1, and then it kind of like falls in. That's row 2. You see, like right here. That's row 1. Row 2 is right here. Then row 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 10. And then this is how it will look. Now, if you want to keep practicing and do more than 10 rows, keep doing it, because the more you practice, the more you're going to get comfortable with holding your hook and your yarn, and then you will get comfortable with how the stitches will look, and it's just all about practice with doing this. The more you practice, the more you crochet, the more you're going to kind of get your own style and how you want to do things. So check back on Thursday so that we can learn how to do your half double crochet. And if you make a swatch, just tag me on any platform. I'm the Stitch Mystic on all platforms, and I would love to see your little swatch. Bye!